Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, good morning, Utah. Happy Memorial Day. And as you kind of get outside and maybe, take care of anything that you may be doing today, several events going on outside as we honor those who've obviously gone before us here, that we want to make sure that we kind of highlight some of the weather forecast here for you as to go throughout the day. So as you can see, we had a beautiful sunset on our Sunday evening over towards Bountiful there. Brandon Bates sending in this beautiful shot here. And there you can see Old Glory there standing tall there outside with a beautiful sunset lighting up the sky there for us. Nicholas sending in this beautiful shot here from the East Bench, and as you can see, we've also had, again, a very nice sunset here yesterday evening looking over the Salt Lake Valley. No major weather issues out there. Phoenix sending in this shot from Cedar City, and you can see the beautiful sunset here behind the mountaintops there, but again, pretty nice weather overall. Now, let's look outside the ABC4 studios this morning. We're at 59 degrees. This is our Colonial Flag camera, and of course, you can see a beautiful bright ball of yellow there. That's the sunrise taking place there. A little bit of a breeze showing up out there this morning, so it makes it feel a little more comfortable as you step out the door in some spots. We got 44 degrees, though, in Logan. Meanwhile, it's 61 in Ogden. Again, it's 59 here in Salt Lake City, but 38 in Heber. We've got 52 in Provo, so a wide array of temperatures out there this morning. You get down towards Moab, it's 47 degrees, 50 in Blanding, 43 in Milford. Good morning in Cedar City, you're at 45 degrees. And we've got 65 degrees currently in St. George. Take a look at your forecast as we go throughout today. We're looking at, again, a decent day overall. Low 80s up towards Cache Valley, mid 80s along the Wasatch Front. We've got 80s and some 70s sprinkled in along the I-70 corridor, with mid 80s down towards Lake Powell this afternoon, and 93 degrees expected in St. George. So pretty warm, just a very slight chance of an isolated shower or storm developing. We'll talk more about that in just a second. But I did want to bring up the water temperatures if you're thinking about getting out there and enjoying some of the water across the area. Again, just keep in mind, these water temperatures are pretty chilly. Bear Lake sitting at about 50 degrees, Hiram about 54, Pine View sitting at 63. That's a little better. Willard Bay at 65, probably one of the better spots. But again, anything below 60 degrees, it can create some cold shock when you first jump into the water there. So just be extremely cautious and be aware of some of those chilly temperatures out there. East Canyon, we got water temperatures around 61. Rockport at 48, 46 degrees in Jordanelle, 46 degrees in Deer Creek. So, yeah, not necessarily the warmest, but Utah Lake sitting at 60 degrees. That's right about, okay to get into the water, I guess you could say. The Great Salt Lake at 59, and there you see Schofield at 58 degrees. And as we're going to take a few more spots here, Red Fleet at 55, Flaming Gorge 54, Huntington 47 degrees, 61 in the Palisade, and of course Quail Creek at 68, Sand Hollow 71, and 66 at Lake Powell. So the UV index is at 9. It's very high. Sunscreen needed 30 plus, or you could burn in less than 15 minutes as you're heading out and about. As we take a look at the weather map, clear skies right now to kick off the day, but we're watching that early week disturbance to our west. Doesn't look like it's going to bring us a great chance of rain, but as you can see, today, a spotty isolated shower primarily closer to the Nevada-Utah border will be possible as we go throughout today. Tonight, we may see that kind of move into the Wasatch back with an isolated shower or two. Not looking at a lot of moisture with this system. A slightly better chance, though, of some isolated downpours as we get into your Tuesday. I think this looks a little more concerning than what we're going to actually see, but there will be a slightly better chance for your Tuesday. And then as that system moves away, still an isolated chance for your Wednesday, but that will start the decrease of any real chance of any precipitation. High pressure, that's the dominant feature across the area right now. But there is a disturbance here that's going to be moving through. The first one comes through Tuesday. The second one comes through Wednesday. Again, not much to really fanfare with that. The big story is to go throughout the rest of the week. Yeah, check out this high-pressure ridge. That's a heat dome that's going to be building in across the area, and that's going to be bringing us some pretty warm temperatures across the region, followed by potentially a cooler, unsettled weather pattern next week, so about a week from today. But between now and then, it's all about the heat. In fact, check this out. We're talking about places like St. George getting close to 100 or higher as we go throughout the end of the week. 101 possibly Friday, 102 Saturday, about 5 or 6 degrees just shy of the record highs. Now in Salt Lake City, we're talking 91 on your Friday. 98 is the record, so I think it's safe. But Saturday, we're talking 93 degrees is what we're forecasting. The record is 95, so near record highs possible going into the upcoming weekend. So yes, the heat will definitely be on for your Memorial Day. 93 degrees for today, mid-90s on Tuesday. Look at the triple digits showing up, potentially our first 100-degree day by Friday in St. George. Now, the Wasatch Front, 80s, that's going to be the story throughout most of this week. But by the end of the week into the weekend, maybe our first 90-degree day or two and possibly record highs. We'll keep an eye on that.